guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're a new subscriber here, hey, wait a minute. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. If you're a returning subscriber or you're a new subscriber, give this video a thumbs up, really helps me out. So this morning we just did finish weighing milk. I will get a better, more in-depth video about it later in the future. I didn't have my camera this morning, so I didn't actually take very many videos. Also, now this morning, we got a few odd jobs to do. Mainly, look over our feeding equipment. I have to check all the fluids in the tractor, check the fluids on the mixer, grease all the bearings. Also, we're gonna look over that tractor, make sure all the fluids are good. Going to grease the loader on that thing. Might check air pressure tires. Why not? This needs a grease, the loader. Also have to replace this pin. It fell out somehow, but we got a new one. They just stay in there with, like, I don't know, it's kind of a weird pin. So we're gonna change that. Also, I got my Tim Hortons this morning. Kind of a need when you wake up at 4:30 in the morning. Yeah, let's get to it. Step number one. We'll retry that. Step number one, put on some gloves, because nobody likes oil on their hands. Oh, we're gonna add some oil to this one. Come behind here, hydraulic fluid. Might add a little, it's not really low. Could use a bit though. Step number two. See what we got going on here. Yep, she is good. Surprisingly, actually. Next thing. This dirty old girl, she's good. Surprisingly also, because it kind of leaks oil. Hence the tarp on the ground. Try not to get the concrete all full of oil, but sometimes it doesn't work out too well. Next, mixer oil. That one, well, it's good. Also the rear, also good. Next, grease. Actually, before we grease, we're gonna replace this pin before we get my hands all full of grease. Also, we're gonna add some oil to this. God damn. Of course. All the way up. Perfect. Oops. It's good now. So now we're going to change the pin here. This is what it actually holds it in here. It's just a bolt that screws into the pin. So obviously the bolt came loose out of the pin. I didn't see it and the pin fell out, and now I lost the pin, so I had to buy a new one. I don't even want to know what this cost. So, out with the old. A nice bent pin. And in with the new. Easy. Put this on here, screw this in, and tighten it up. So now we got that in, I'll tighten it up. I'm gonna also make sure the rest of them are tight because I don't want to lose another pin. So next thing we're going to do is change the air filter. I have a new one. I just hope I can get it out. That's as high as it can go. Damn. And no wonder the computer said air filter blockage. Can you tell the difference? I don't need you anymore. Out with the old, in with the new. Just like that. It's okay, girl. You can breathe again now. Case IH premix 50/50. I'm gonna add some coolant to this thing. It's not very low, but it is below the low line. So I'm gonna add some, and then that'll be it for this tractor. We got the load all greased up, didn't videotape it. It's pretty straightforward. You just take one of these caps off. In here there's a grease nipple, a grease zerk, and then you shoot some grease in there and it lubes up the pin. So now we're gonna take my handy dandy yellow grease gun here. I wish it was red. Milwaukee, hit me up. And we'll shoot some grease at this. This, I like the grease, actually, I try to grease it once a week, but it usually ends up being like a week and a half or something. So we're gonna shoot some grease in all the bearings on here, and then that might be it for this video. So keep watching. Yep. My golly. My golly. We'll be right back after this short break. Be better. I had to make sure the grease nibbles were on top because this thing is a pain if they're on the bottom. Always remember to lube your shaft. Always out of grease when you need it most. That's what I talk about when you need gloves, when you grease, because grease just gets everywhere. Put that end in. Top off, and back in business. Also, if this was to pop back in right now, all this grease would come flying straight out. So that is not good. Tighten it back up. And push. Back in business. Also need a new battery because this one's dead. Charging. All right, so now we just have to find a new battery, which I know we have one, but I cannot find it. So, if I don't find it, we're gonna have to continue this video in a few hours. So I know we have one, so we're just gonna look for it. We have a hand pump. I'm not gonna use a hand pump. This is 2020. We don't use hand pumps anymore. New battery. Unreal! Alright, for some reason, someone decided to put a battery for a grease gun inside the box of parts. Look at that. I knew we had another one. Now we are back in business. Come on, you're dead. To be continued.
Look for this logo for Honest Canadian Dairy.